Turn back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
The door's unlocked in the car, so.
No, he's right here. Watch him. Go watch him.
You won't believe what happens next. 1 second, it's just a routine stop. The next second, officers are screaming commands. A citizen's on the ground, and something is hiding right behind that truck. Is it a weapon? Is it nothing at all? Stick around, because what unfolds in the next few minutes will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about this encounter. Let's get into it.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have parts. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, let me see your hands. Berg, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun, nothing.
Put your hands behind your back. Is there a gun back there?
Alright guys, this audit goes south real quick. And honestly, nobody watching could have predicted just how fast this entire situation was about to unravel right in front of their eyes. It starts off almost deceptively calm. Just a simple, direct question. What's your badge number? Nothing more than someone quietly asserting their right to know exactly who they're dealing with in this moment. That's it. That's all it takes to set the tone at the very beginning. But that calm, that sense of control, doesn't last very long at all. Within just a few seconds, the entire mood flips completely on its head, and there's no gradual buildup, no slow escalation you can see coming from a mile away. Commands start firing off one right after another, back to back, with zero pause in between. Get on the ground, get on the ground, get on the ground, repeated over and over, with an intensity and urgency that leaves absolutely no room for hesitation, no room for questions, no room for explanation of any kind. There's no warning shot here, no build-up, just an abrupt and jarring jump from what looked like a completely routine interaction into something that feels tense, chaotic, and entirely out of the citizen's control in a matter of seconds. This is exactly the kind of hook that grabs you immediately and doesn't let go, because in the span of just a few heartbeats, everything changes, and you're left sitting there wondering exactly what could have possibly triggered such a sudden and aggressive shift in energy.
By that truck.
No gun.
You're not listening, dude. Hey, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
Right,
I
I'm
don't
just
own no gun. I don't
Turn back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
I ain't own no gun.
The door's unlocked in the car, so.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is.
I don't own no gun.
All right, that's what he had.
Now the tension truly starts to build, and this time it doesn't let up for even a second. Officers are completely locked in at this point, utterly convinced they've spotted something suspicious, something dangerous, and the question lands like a spark hitting dry grass. You got a gun on you? It's direct, it's loaded, and it changes the entire atmosphere instantly. The citizen firmly denies it, insisting over and over that he has nothing on him. But in high-stakes moments like this, words alone rarely settle anything, and everyone watching knows it. Every single subtle movement is being tracked closely. Every brief pause gets analyzed. Every small gesture is treated as a potential threat that needs to be neutralized immediately. You can see officers repositioning themselves carefully, scanning the surrounding area with sharp, focused eyes, acting purely on instinct, just as much as they are on protocol and training. This is no longer just a simple traffic stop or routine check. It has fully evolved into something far more serious, a tense and calculated search driven entirely by suspicion, adrenaline, and the deeply held assumption that something dangerous might be hidden nearby, just out of sight. The stakes have officially been raised here, and there's absolutely no turning back now from where this situation is headed.
All right, who's the complainant? All right, get him up.
Put your leg up.
25 cents, got one tank.
Alright. Put your leg that way so you can stand up.
Alright, listen, I'm about to help you. Hold on. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head trauma.
Go back in the house.
Yep. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yep. Y'all bust my head down. You threw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yep. No, it ain't. You ain't to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yep. You threw me down. Yep. You threw me down. You threw me down. Yep. You bust my head down on the cement.
And then it happens. The exact moment this entire video has been building toward from the very first second. Officers move in decisively near the truck, and suddenly, there's a visible shift in tone as something is finally spotted lying there. That's what he had. One of them confirms almost immediately, and just like that, in that single instant, every second of escalation that came before this point feels, at least in their minds, completely and totally justified. This one discovery becomes the defining turning point of the entire encounter, instantly transforming what was vague, uncertain suspicion into what officers now firmly treat as solid, undeniable proof. The energy on screen shifts dramatically and instantly. What felt uncertain, chaotic, and unresolved just moments earlier now feels settled and resolved, at least from their point of view, standing there. But make no mistake about it, this moment doesn't end the story here. It only deepens it further, setting the stage perfectly for everything that's still about to unfold from this point forward.
Ain't nobody had no gun. I live right there. Ain't nobody had no gun. I ain't got no war for me. I ain't got nothing to do.
Putting your change right in your pocket.
Damn right. You slam me, slam my head down. Okay. Yeah.
The cuffs come out, and it happens fast, almost too fast to fully process in the moment. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, the citizen is fully restrained, hands secured tightly behind him, the entire situation now completely locked down. But almost immediately afterward, the officer starts talking, laying out his reasoning in real time for everyone around him to hear, insisting repeatedly that he genuinely believed what he saw in that moment was a real weapon. This is exactly where things start to get genuinely interesting, because you can hear the explanation forming, almost like a narrative being carefully built piece by piece, right there on the spot. Is this a completely genuine, honest account of what actually happened in those critical seconds? Or is this damage control quietly unfolding right in front of the camera for everyone watching? That's precisely the question this moment forces you to sit with and ask yourself. And it's exactly the turning point that sets up everything that's still left to come in this unfolding story.
Yep, you bust my head.
Alright, let me tell you.
His forehead.
You bust my head down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. I had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You slammed my
What
head
he was doing is
down
putting
in
this up behind the
cement.
tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your
Why you
hands.
bust my head then?
He wasn't listening.
No, it ain't.
He got the, like this right here,
You grabbed me.
and we went onto the
And
ground.
then you bust my head down
That's what
on the cement. You bust my forehead.
Yeah, your head dig it, hit the cement.
Damn right, cause you bust me down on the cement.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down on the cement.
Right here?
You bust my head. You bust my head.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down.
We're trying to get the name of the complainant.
You
So
bust my head. You bust my head down on the cement.
Now the cracks really start to show, and this is exactly where the entire story begins to shift in a way nobody watching could have fully anticipated just moments earlier. Officers begin second-guessing the very information that sparked this entire stop in the first place, quietly questioning among themselves whether any of this was ever truly justified to begin with. And then someone finally admits it out loud. Plain and simple, nobody called. Just sit with that phrase for a second, because it changes absolutely everything about how this entire encounter should be understood. The confidence, the aggression, the unshakable certainty that filled the air just minutes ago starts to visibly evaporate right there in front of the camera for everyone to see. Officers start exchanging confused, uncertain glances with one another, clearly unsure of what to do next, unsure of what actually justified any of the actions that had just taken place. And for anyone watching this unfold, this is the exact moment real doubt starts creeping in, because if nobody actually called, if there was never any real trigger or valid reason behind any of this, then what exactly was the entire stop based on from the very beginning? The foundation of this whole encounter suddenly looks a lot shakier and far less solid than it did just moments earlier.
What are we doing? I guess Sam was going to check him out.
There ain't nothing over here wanting to press charges on.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we
You're
got.
gonna have to use your force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Slam my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his
You
intention
use
was.
the force. You need to have a look at the camera.
Alright.
The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead. Damn right. You're gonna pay me for that shit.
Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
What?
Well, I mean, you know, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
No gun or nothing.
Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where.
This is where things really start to unravel completely, piece by piece, right there on camera. Officers begin openly discussing amongst themselves whether they should remove the cuffs entirely, quietly acknowledging to one another that there simply isn't anything solid enough left to actually hold him on. And the transformation happening here is genuinely stunning to watch unfold in real time, going from full, aggressive certainty just minutes earlier to visible hesitation, doubt, and uncertainty now written clearly all over their faces. What felt like an airtight, fully justified situation just a short while ago suddenly looks incredibly shaky, uncertain, and difficult to defend. You can practically feel the entire balance of control shifting in real time, as officers who seemed so completely sure of themselves earlier now appear to be scrambling internally to figure out their next move. This is the exact moment where the entire justification for the stop starts crumbling apart, right there on camera, for absolutely everyone watching to witness firsthand.
Where that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
These dogs on.
Got it on camera.
Yeah, a dog
Alright, that's
stick.
fine.
A dog stick.
So he can come out of cuffs? Yes. Take him out of handcuffs. Yeah, he can come out.
Oh, Lord. You want me to check you out?
You mind looking?
But instead of backing down and admitting any fault, the officer doubles down hard, clearly refusing to let the original narrative slip away completely from his grasp. That's the reason. He insists firmly, pointing back once again to hands in pockets, sudden movement near the truck, grabbing onto anything and everything he possibly can to rebuild some kind of solid justification for what happened. It's almost painful to watch, like witnessing someone scramble desperately to patch together a coherent story after the actual facts have already started falling apart right in front of him. This isn't calm, measured explanation anymore at this point. This feels much more like active damage control, a genuine attempt to make sense of past actions after the fact. And the noticeable shift in tone here is absolutely impossible to miss if you're paying close attention. Every single word spoken here feels like it's actively fighting against the growing doubt that's already firmly taken hold of the situation, and you honestly can't help but wonder whether this justification is actually going to hold up under any real scrutiny.
Good, how are you? What's going on?
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
In the wrong place.
Any consciousness?
Yeah. Listen.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one now. We
Okay,
don't have
what's your
they
badge
don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have cards.
I get ready.
Alright, it's in the blood center. Okay. Thank Like, you. go to hospital?
Yeah.
Alright. Call me.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car.
Will you say badge number?
1059.
And just like that, the dust finally begins to settle completely. But the heavy silence that follows afterward says far more than any spoken explanation ever really could. The cuffs slowly come off. The intense tension gradually fades away. But the serious questions this entire encounter raised certainly don't just disappear along with it. This is the defining moment that ties everything together from start to finish, forcing anyone watching to sit back and genuinely think hard about what just unfolded here, and what it truly means in the bigger picture. Was this entire situation justified from the very start, or did it spiral completely out of control based on nothing solid or substantial at all? That's exactly the lingering question this video leaves you with, long after it ends. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.